Meanwhile, more than 50,000 people are expected to visit their departed loved ones in a Manila North Cemetery. To give us an update on the situation there, here's our reporter, Gina Mangaluz. Jean?
Undas marks the first time in 2 years that people can visit their departed loved ones because of relaxed COVID-19 protocols. Despite the presence of the virus, upwards of thousands of people are still expected to flock the Manila North Cemetery.
Iba talaga yung personal na pupuntahan mo ang loved ones. Loved ones na matatawag ko kasi lahat na eh. Yun ang akin. Iba talaga yung ika nga, may isi-share mo, may ipapakita mo sa pamamagitan ng aktwal.
Yun lang po, sana matapos na po itong pandemic para mabalik na po kami doon sa dati naming tradisyon na kada darating po yung undas, lahat po kami pamilya na kukumpleto kasi doon lang po kami nagkakasama-sama. Yun po, mabalik po sana sa dati. Yung iba po kasi, iba rin po naming relative, may mga sakit na, yun po. Hindi rin po maiwasan na hindi rin na rin po sila pwedeng lumabas, ganyan po.
The Manila North Cemetery is a last resting place for a variety of personalities, including the late Fernando Poe Jr. and even former presidents. Despite this, thousands of people are still here merely to visit their loved ones. According to District Director Brigadier General Andre Perez Dizon, as of 12 p.m., there are 91,000 people here in the Manila North Cemetery. This almost doubled the projections of local authorities. Despite this increase, Dizon says that there have been no untoward incidents.
Jean, so you mentioned that there are now more than 91,000, right? People
Yes.
there. So that is double the initial projections. So unlike the projection in Manila Memorial Park that the authorities are saying there was an increase in the number of visitors, over there, there was a decrease rather in the number of visitors over there at the Manila North Cemetery. It seems like there was an increase in the number of visitors. So I'm just curious, do authorities have any reminders for those who are planning to visit the cemetery today? Maybe with regard to the items or the things that visitors can or cannot bring and so on?
So people are very discouraged from bringing dangerous items such as firearms, sharp-edged objects like knives. They're also discouraged from bringing lighter fluids or any fluids that may cause flames. Even cologne bottles and alcohol bottles were confiscated at the gate.
Mhm. So Jean, sa banggit na pag-usapan, tinanong ko rin to kay Bay kanina, no? What's your personal observation pagdating sa minimum public health standards dyan? Are people wearing masks? Because as you mentioned earlier, this is the first undas with relaxed COVID restrictions, at least somewhat relaxed COVID restrictions.
So most people are still actually wearing masks despite the executive orders issued. We also see a lot of children with their families despite the concern of despite the prohibition of unvaccinated children. However, if there is a cause of concern, it will be the sheer amount of people, the 91,000 people who are here today. At the entrance, we saw that people were standing shoulder to shoulder with little to no social distancing. So that appears to be a cause of concern here.
So, Jean, how are authorities planning to address that? So, how are authorities planning to make sure that the COVID, the minimum public health standards are being implemented?
When we last spoke to Brigadier General Dison, there have been no untoward incidents as of yet, and the protocols that they've been practicing still apply despite the doubling of people here.
Okay, thanks, Jean. That's Jean Mangaluz live from the Manila North Cemetery.